Now here's the tricky part. I have my crankshaft marks lined up perfectly, and my E mark is lined up. If I had the valve cover on, you could see that it's lined up perfectly. That means number 4 cylinders in the firing position. In order to poke my distributor in correctly, I need number 1 to be in the firing position. So I need to move this thing halfway around. In order to move that halfway around, I need to move this one full turn. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one full turn, and then line the marks up right there. Now my E mark is pointed straight down, exactly opposite, and number 1, all the lobes for number 1 cylinder are off of the rocker arms. All these valves are closed. Number 1 is in the firing position. That means I can align my distributor up for number 1. If I have my rotor cap off, number 1 position is going to line up right here. So my rotor cap will need to point like that to line up with number 1 firing position. I'm going to line up my dots. There's a little V mark right here and a little dimple right there. Not that flat spot, that little dimple and that little V mark. Okay, I got those lined up. Now if I turn it around, I'll turn it over like that, this should line up like this, but it won't go on like that. I need to turn it a little bit to the left, and then it will slide in. I can pop it in. There we go, it's in. When I slide this in, these little gears are angled. They're going to turn it like that. But I need to have it in that position to start with. Make sure my V mark and my dot are lined up. Sometimes this takes more than one try. But now it's ready to slide in. If I look at it, I see my arm is pointed way over here, and it should be more at that angle, so I'm probably 1 tooth off on the gear. I need to redo that. Okay, try again. This time I'm going to line up this hole over with this side a little farther than I did before. Snake hole, let me push it in there. Okay, I had to use 2 hands to push it in. Okay, there we go. Now my rotor is lined up right there, almost straight up, just maybe a hair to the left, right with that hole right in the corner right there. So I have timing adjustment from there to there. That should be just right. I got the cap screwed back on. Now just with the cap on, you can see number 1 is the top hole here, and it's lined up right with just a little bit to the right of that bolt, and that is right where the rotor is pointing right now. So I only have one more thing to do to finish this part of my project. I'm going to put an oil filter on here, put some oil in, and prime the oil system. Alright, got my oil filter on. I have my oil pressure gauge hooked up to my oil pressure sensor hole here. No oil pressure yet. There it goes. Okay. Getting oil everywhere. Pretty good. I see little drops shooting up over here. 55. All right, that engine seems good. Ready to go. All done with this project. I wish I could check the compression, but I can't check that until I put the starter motor on it. I don't want to use the crankshaft to check the compression. It's too hard on that crankshaft bolt. Okay, thanks for watching.